sisters and brothers. This is State of the State, the U.S.A. by Doc C. Ph.D. Company, copyrighted July 12th, 2015, Simi Valley, California, 93063. There has to be enough people in any country. In fact, they're supposed to be the majority that say the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, civil rights, is the law. And that's what must be upheld, and that's what must be enforced for the rights of Doc Castellano, D.B.A. Doc C. Ph.D. Company. My motto is upward and forward. Absolutely. Disregard all the criminally insane King George, Queen Hoover, masturbating, weird hypocrisy. But they have control of the people and the government and the people. So the majority of the people, a lot of them know there are many real good expose websites and videos. You just put in there expose websites, expose videos, and about certain titles. The most vicious is that of the murder of, my opinion, and others, of J.F.K. Jr. That's plain something happened, and he had decided he was going to run for president. That would have brought back all of those that wanted the people, to really be represented, and the shadow government that took it over by force, the King George, Queen Hoover, criminally insane hypocrites. Now, I've read about 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 sources of where George Bush Sr. and then George Bush Jr. George Bush Sr. was seen at the airport where J.F.K. Jr. keeps his plane. He was seen inside that building where he has his plane. He was seen by some who say that he was there alongside his plane the day before or even that morning. Now, I don't write this. This is, you can Google and any way of finding the facts. Go to Bing, Google is main one, Bing. They come up with absolute reports by eyewitnesses. That's like the eyewitness who said they saw George Bush Sr. in Dallas, Texas, the night before or that morning, or by the school building. And those who saw Lyndon Johnson and his girlfriend, who said the night before, he said, tomorrow he'll be out. Well, He told her, and she has said that, and she's on videos and she's been on TV. I don't write these. These are what is presented. But I've done more things in more fields than any man in the history of the United States, more good things. So they owe me billions. The Xerox photoelectric copier, light application stimulated electromagnetic radiation, laser science, did the original work, gave it the name. And then I said, put a little effort. The first thing I would do is use it to help sightless people. These are true facts. There has to be a way that I become known and I obtain justice, honors, and financial compensation for me and for you. Because if I obtain mine, those who did something with me or agree with me and want to work with me, of course, I believe in employment, full employment. They have a facade. They have officially told me point blank, we, the government, are King George, Queen Hoover, hypocrites. And we don't do it in the shadow. We do it, see, right here in plain daylight. That's who we are. Wow. The cultural people. The people who say, let's see what this real government, U.S., the state of the U.S.A. really is. It is rotted. It has rotted from the top down. There is where we have then the propaganda U.S. Oh, the U.S. is the best in the world. Come to the U.S. You make money and this and freedom and word of democracy. You got it by hook or crook. You can get the vote. They rigged the election. Rigged the Supreme Court. By guns, they eliminated those. I mean, these are the state of the U.S.A. It is rotted from the top down. Now, the ones down below that say, look, as long as I get money, I need a job, yeah, I'll get in on a mob killing or a mob do away with somebody they want and so forth, and they go through all these gyrations of trying to get you out, do you in, make you anonymous, of course. They will work with that. They don't dare. They're controlled. And they say, oh, that's what I want to do for the money, yeah. So what is the state of the U.S.A.? It is rotted. It's a King George, Queen Hoover, criminally insane, masturbating, weird hypocrisy. Two faces they got. One is a public propaganda. They're supposed to be the best. And the other is how they really have the power of the shadow government, those who's taking the control by hook or crook, by murder, assassination, grand theft. That's the real thanks. No. I have, my main one is preacher doc for Universal Pure Christians. That's my main interest and challenges that in the discipline of theology. So if I had the money that I should have, I could buy a little land, build a church, have Universal Pure Christians, and preach in that church. Oh, they don't want that. They want me to be unknown, and they want me to be killed off, and then some all weird nonsense. Just the opposite, you see. And if they do that with me, who has done the most good in the most fields that any man in the United States, yeah, they say, hey, if we can control them, we can control anybody in the U.S. or anybody anywhere. How clever. The only thing is that more and more people are saying, hey, we don't want that King George, Queen Hoover hypocrisy. We're building our own society. We're getting bigger and better all the time. Well, the U.S. is a facade of rotted corruption, of murder, assassination, rigged elections. You have the choice of one of two, and they have control of both of them. This is where they say, well, they get an athlete star, makes millions of dollars. And he says, well, I grew up and I was poor, I did this, and I did this in the U.S. The U.S. is the best country. Well, he may really be saying that. I hope so. Or that's what they tell him to read and they pay him, or he does that for perks. Yeah, he hit it and he's multimillionaire playing some sport. That's 1 in 200 million. You see. They say, well, but in the U.S. you can do that. That's the idea of have one rich capitalist and then have all the others are struggling to try to get the employment to work for them. And they'll bring in from other countries or ship to other countries. So it's always where they cut down on the average American, and that base is disappeared or is disappearing, because that's capitalism business. They say, by me doing this, I am involved. I'm not involved. I'm just an expose editor. I've been preacher doc #1, Universal Pure Christians. And then Doc C, PhD company, Science and Inventions. Then I have expose editor. Then there's the 007 that they was started half as an inside joke, took off, and then I got I said, oh, I'm better at that. I got 2 on Real Men. One is 009, and especially talk to women about protecting themselves and trying to enjoy life. So there's at least 4. Now, so I'm going to try a quantity push. How could it be all these videos with all these people that they don't pick it up and pass it to others and publicize it? How could it be? How could it be that they can keep me anonymous if they don't have control of the law and the courts and the press. Like I say, then it's the shadow government, the King George, Queen Hoover, not democracy, hypocrisy. But what can I do? Well, it's always upward and forward. Absolutely. And I'll see about obtaining justice, honors, and financial compensation. Any who can help and do, I say thank you.